Hello guys, map lovers, map enthusiasts, welcome back to Map Instinct channel. This is the channel where you think it and you map it. So today we'll be focusing on georeferencing. Georeferencing is basically you transforming a scanned map or an aerial photograph by assigning real-world coordinates, that's your X, your Y, to that map or to the scanned map. So you're trying to assign the longitude and the latitude to that map. Basically, you're trying to make the map come alive. The essence of georeferencing is to perform further analysis on the map, like extracting features like roads, point features, water bodies, and the like. So without wasting time, I would like you to subscribe to this channel and also like, so that you'll be notified whenever we drop any content. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section. Alright, let's head over to the business of the day. Alright, make sure you launch your ArcMap. So the next thing you do right now is to set the coordinate system for your mapping environment. And for you to set your coordinate system, you head over to your table of contents and then double click on layers. Either you double click or you right click on it and then click on properties. So this pops up and then you head over to the coordinate system toolbar. So once you click on it, you now select the appropriate coordinate system that you want to work on. I'll be creating a video that will be focusing on selection of coordinate systems, so you should watch out for that later. But for this video, we'll be making use of the geographic coordinate system. So I clicked on it. I'll now head over to world and then select the WGS 1984. This is the World Geodetic System of 1984. So I'll click on it and apply. Say OK. So now I've already set the coordinate system. Next, we'll add our data, the scanned map. We'll be adding the Naraguta Northeast topo map, topo sheet. So you just click on it and then drag it to the environment, and this will pop up asking you to build the pyramid. So you just click on yes. So this is our scanned map. Before you georeference, we need to do something very important. Georeferencing, you need at least 4 control points from the map that you want to georeference. For this map, I'll be picking the points from the corners, the edges of the map, the 4 corners of the map. It's not necessarily that you must pick from the 4 corners. You can decide to pick randomly. I can decide to pick at this point. I can decide to pick from here. I can decide to pick from this point. But make sure you have at least 4 points. So right now I'm going to note down or write down these points so that I can now add them later. So this is my X and this is my Y, my longitude, and this is my latitude. So I'm going to write down these points. This will be the first point. Then I'll now head over to the top right. That will be my second point. And then I'll head over to the bottom right. That will be my third point. And then the last point will now be this, the 4th point at the bottom left. So I already have 4 points. So let me write them down. When you're ready, you now activate your georeferencing toolbar. There's a toolbar that is dedicated for georeferencing. You can activate that by right-clicking on an empty space here on the menu toolbar. Just right-click here. Right-click and this shows up. And then you now scroll down and select georeferencing. Once you click on it, this pops up. So you can drag and place it wherever is suitable. So now we're going to add control points. Remember, we are trying to assign, georeferencing is you assigning real world coordinates. We've already written down the 4 control points. So we're going to assign these control points to this map so that the map will literally become alive. So to do that, we'll now head over to this button here, which says add control points. Once you place your cursor over it, it's going to bring up this description. So you are going to click on it, say add control points, and then you now see it changes, your cursor changes to a plus sign or a plus symbol. So next we are going to zoom in to the first point. So this is our first point. Make sure you're zoomed in enough so that you don't have any mistakes or do any mistakes. And then select the intersection between the longitude and the latitude, the intersection where they meet. So I'm going to click on this. So you click on it once and then right click, left click once and then right click. So I left click and then right click. Once you do that, this pops up. It asks you to impute your X and Y or impute your DMS of longitude and latitude. Because our topo map, our scanned map, has its coordinates in degrees, minutes and seconds, I'll select impute DMS of longitude and latitude. But if your topo map or if your scanned map has its coordinates in meters or decimal degrees, you select the first option, that is impute X and Y. Alright, so I'm going to click on the second option, impute DMS, and then this shows up. Our longitude, remember this is our longitude, and then this is our latitude. Longitude, we now impute it. This is 8 degree, minutes 45, and then seconds 0. And then our latitude, 10 degrees, 0 minutes, and then 0 seconds. It's important for you to note the hemisphere that your scan map is located. And this topo sheet deals with the easterns and the northerns. In longitude will now be easterns. I'll select easterns, and then latitude, northerns. Because if you select the wrong option, your map will not be georeferenced appropriately. Once I click OK, the map may disappear. And that's what happened. That is because it's trying to rightly place the coordinates on that map. To get back the map, I'll need to head back to the table of contents and then click on the scanned map layer. That is this. Right click on it and then select zoom to layer. Zoom to layer. So it brings it back. And then you notice that the first control point has been added. You can see it's labeled 1. So this is the first control point. You now do the same thing to the second point and place your control point. So this is our second place. So I'll left click and then right click. So I'll now impute DMS. So our longitude is 9 degrees. 0 minutes, 0 seconds, and latitude 10 degrees, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Then say OK. The map disappeared again. So you head over to zoom into layer and then click on zoom to layer. So you can see the 2 control points already added. So I'll now do the same thing to the third point, which is this. You do it to the third. Zoom in, left click, right click, impute DMS. So you can see that automatically the points have already been placed because the first 2 control points that were added are already trying to get aligned to the map, or trying to align the map to the coordinate system. So you already see this is 9 degrees for the longitude, 0 minutes already placed there automatically, and then the seconds will just change it to 0. And then the latitude, 9 degrees 45, you change this to 45, and then change this to 0, and then ensure that this is rightly placed, eastings and northings, and then click on OK. You can see that the map did not disappear this time around because it's already aligning properly. But we'll still need to zoom into layer so that we can apply the fourth control point. So zoom into layer and then head over to the last point, left click and right click. So impute DMS. So you can see this is 8 degrees 45 minutes, 8 degrees already stated there correctly. This is already showing us that our georeferencing is going right. So 8 degrees 45 minutes and then 0 seconds, and then you place distance, and then 9 degrees 45 minutes. So this is 9, change this to 45, and then 0 knots, and then click on OK. You can zoom into layer again. So our map has been georeferenced, but we are not done yet. So the next thing you need to do is to check your table, your link table, for any errors. So you just click on the last activated button on your georeferencing toolbar. Just hover your cursor on it, and then it will show you view link table. Click on it and then check for your total RMS error. Ensure that it is not more than 1. If it is above 1, then you know that your georeferencing is wrong. But here we can see that this is 0.00032. It shows that our georeferencing is perfect. If it is above 1, you can now check the 4 control points and see which of the residuals has that error. But in this case, we don't have any error. If not, you would have seen this place maybe 2 point something or 4 point something. But here, everything is perfect. So we just leave it. If it wasn't perfect, you just click on this and then you delete it. You delete that control point, and then you now head back to the map and redo the linking. So this is perfect. We just close this. So now our map is georeferenced, but we still need to do something else. We need to save the map in its georeferenced form. So we now head over to the georeferencing toolbar and then click on the first option here, which says georeferencing. Once you click on it, you now click on the first option which says update georeferencing, and this automatically registers the map with the coordinates that you've aligned or assigned to them, and then the map can now be used for further analysis. So once you click on update georeferencing, and you can click on that update georeferencing and then close the georeferencing toolbar. So you can see that all those control points have disappeared once I updated georeferencing. Now let's cross check if our georeferencing was done right. So I'm going to zoom in to the first control point. So this is the first control point. I want you to take note of this space here. Okay, this is in decimal degrees. This is showing you the coordinates. We need to change this to degrees, minutes and seconds. So you head over to your layers, double click on it, and then select general, and then under your units for your display, click on degrees, minutes and seconds. So once you've done that, you see apply, and then click on OK. So now this has changed. You can see it here in your degrees, minutes and seconds. So now I'm going to cross check. Now I'm hovering my cursor on the map on the first control point, or the first point. So this is 8 degrees 45 minutes east. I want you to check the bottom right to see if we are correct. So you can see it is actually correct. So that means our georeferencing was right. Let's check the second point, or the third point. So let's place our cursor. Our longitude is 9 degrees east. So you can see it. And then our latitude is 945. You can see that it correlates with what we have on the map, and it shows that our georeferencing was done correctly. So we can now go ahead to digitize, and you digitizing it means you're extracting features from this map. We'll not do on digitizing in this video. We'll be dealing with that in the next video, hopefully. And before you digitize, you need to learn how to create your shapefile, because you need a shapefile before you can digitize a feature. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new today. Stay tuned for further content that will be dropping in this channel. Don't forget to like our channel and also to subscribe to our channel so that you'll be notified whenever we drop any content. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment section, and any observations, so that we can also deal with them in our future videos. Alright, see you guys another time. Stay safe.